Cody Alexander match quarters. Going to go over a cornerback blitz where we're going to get quarters away from the blitz. So this is going to be a half field zone, or in the Saban vernacular, a Big 12. But more importantly, we're not looking at the scheme, but we're looking at the technique of Trent McDuffie. He's going to give us a beautiful sail technique. This is something on defense that you need to have anytime a defender is in charge of the flat, but you know is going to get backdoored by an intermediate route pushing out as well. So this is a technique that you typically see from a nickel or a corner in a cover two scheme. We're going to get a three push. So the Chargers are going to push a receiver out. They're going to force McDuffie to expand with it. And he's going to give us a beautiful look at a sail technique, because we're going to open up like a sail, catch the wind so we can see the quarterback. We can see the intermediate route. And if we need to, break and drive on any low hanging route. Let's get into the film. Here we are in the second quarter, 5 minutes left. The Chargers are going to give us a two-back set. So we are going to be in what looks like 21 personnel. I would call this 21A. If it's 11 personnel, you're still going to have a two-back. So let's see how this is going to react. The corner here for the Chiefs is going to blitz. So we are going to get a chop dog. So we are going to get a cornerback blitz and a dog, meaning that it's going to be a five-man pressure. They're going to play this half-field zone. So this linebacker is going to be in charge of the running back, and this safety, you will see him nailed down on the tight end. So that's the pressure part of this, but we are going to be focusing on Trent McDuffie to the very top. He is going to give us a beautiful look at a sail technique. So initially, we're probably just playing some sort of a cover two scheme or a quarter scheme here by the Chiefs. They play a lot of two high. This is something that they do on a regular basis. As the Chargers expand this receiver, so we are getting an A push or a three push route. This is going to be a flat route. It's pushing to the flat. This now gives us a 3-by-1. So we have three receivers with a tight end on this side. So we have a three receiver set. This is going to push McDuffie out. So this will really end up playing a lot like special or stubby, where the corner is going to be locked on number one. We're going to get beautiful look at a triangle coverage over 1 and 2. So as we get the push, you can see McDuffie right here. He is going to see the flat push, and he is going to then turn his shoulders parallel with the sideline. He is going to, what I usually tell my kids, you're going to catch wind. So right here, he's going to see this expand. He's looking at the quarterback right now. You can see the beautiful triangle that we have. Any kind of vertical hook is going to be played by Bolton, who is now taking the new 3. So if we look at this 1, 2, 3, he is the new 3. He's going to take 3 vertical. Safety is going to stay on top. Now, if you're looking at this and you're saying, well, look at how we're getting 2 guys here back to back. So he knows, McDuffie knows, that he is going to get number 1 eliminated from the get. That's why a lot of people will also call this like X, or they will call it some sort of like lock or something like that, to kind of signify to the corner, you are locked on one. He is canceled out. We do not care about him at all. So as he expands, you can see he's keeping his depth, and he's looking at the quarterback. He's keeping intermediate, knowing that, oh, I might get pushed here. So if he were to stay flat here and we get a vertical route here, let's say we get an inverted flood route, McDuffie knows this, and he's going to feather out. So most of the time in the NFL, this route is going to hit here. So he would want to keep in the intermediate. This is the exact same kind of technique that you would teach a corner if you were going to get some sort of a smash concept. You want that corner sitting in the midpoint to eliminate the whole shot and then be able to press down and play on that. So it's the same kind of technique that we get there. So right here, we get a kind of what I would call a fade follow. A lot of offenses like to do this when they know they get something like this, where you're going to get a fade route and then he's going to attack the sticks. Then you get some sort of an option right here. Herbert sees this, and you can see right here. Now, the only coaching point here is you have to stay connected to the receiver, right? So he gives a little bit too much space between himself and the receiver. He loses the receiver. So this is a coaching point, even in good situations. So this is a technique, a clinic look at what a sail technique looks like, but he gets a little too far from the receiver and he loses contact with him. So even though we have a great look at the technique, we still have a great teaching tool right here is you have to stay connected to your receiver. And so Herbert has to throw all the way to the sideline. And again, he's an NFL quarterback. He's one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL. He can make this throw at the high school and really even at the college level. This ball is probably either in the dirt or it hangs in the air too long. And McDuffie probably could make the play on this. So this is one of those situations where we get a great look at a technique, but also a great coaching point of don't lose contact with your receiver. He probably gets a little too high. He probably needs to expand a little bit flatter to really hold on that hip, seeing that being able to plant and drive back in or plant and drive on this fade follow. So again, clinic technique by Trent McDuffie. As we get through this, we get our chop dog, we get our 5-man half field zone concept, saving vernacular Big 12. We get a beautiful sail route here. Just don't lose contact with that receiver so you can make a play on the ball instead of giving up a first down.